That we have. But it's a real necessity in this part of the world. And thankfully, we are being forced to think about how to prepare for old age. We need to understand how to prepare and how to receive care in those golden years. In this program, we'll be discussing issues pertaining to a well-arranged plan for one's golden years. My guest today is Miss Bridgette Bilap. I hope I pronounced the last name well. And she's a social worker and a nurse. I'm going to ask her to introduce herself. Welcome, Mr. Bridgette.
Welcome,
Pastor Laurie.
Pastor Lawrence.
How are you today?
Well, I'm doing fine.
Okay, relax and enjoy the show, okay? You'll be just get close to the microphone a little bit or pull it close to yourself.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. You like this music?
Yes. I like the beatings. Yeah.
That's for you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. But in case you just tune in, you can call us on 020-737-1619 if you want to react or give a comment on the program. Sister Bridgette, tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from Cameroon,
Yes.
of origin. I'm 42 years old. I'm a Christian, a deaconess, in Pentecost Revival Church, Amsterdam.
Okay.
And I've worked as an Verzorgend help for 3.5 years. And I just graduated from ROC, Lilyland,
Yes.
as a Verzorgende.
Verzorgend what?
Verzorgende.
Verzorgend, okay.
Yeah, Verzorgend.
Right.
Yeah.
You explain to us what that means. Okay. Now, how long have you been, performing, or have you been working as a Verzorgende?
Verzorgend.
For 3.5 years.
Years now.
Yes.
What does that mean? What's the meaning of Verzorgend?
Verzorgende, it's we have in the health. You have different levels.
Yeah.
You start with help, which comprises of just helping the old people or those who are sick or those who are unable, or they have a handicap or one way or the other,
Yeah.
that they're not able to do like household facilities.
Yeah.
That is help. You help them like cleaning their houses.
Yes.
And doing shopping for them.
Yeah.
So that they don't carry heavy things.
Yeah.
And then thereafter you go to the next stage. You have what you call a helpende of Verzorgend help. And this second niveau or class, you wash the people, you help them with feeding.
Yeah.
You help them with to do activities like to take them outside so that they don't stay indoors too much. When the weather is getting better, like summer like this, we have to take them around, and you chat with some of them as well.
Yeah.
And you also help those who cannot dress themselves up. You take them out of bed, bring them in, and so forth. You prepare them for sleeping.
Okay.
So that's the second.
That is second stage.
Okay.
But Verzorgende now you're going a little bit
Higher.
higher. So with Verzorgende we are going to be dealing with people in installing. Most often the work is being done in the installing, because that's where you have people who are like bedridden. They don't come out of bed.
You mean like in the Bayade houses, the old people's home?
Yes, the Bayade houses, the old people's home.
That's where you go.
Yes.
That's where you work now, at this third level.
This third level with Verzorgende,
okay.
most you work there. So because you deal with those people and heavy people also who cannot move from themselves from one place to another.
Yeah.
So we help them with what we call tea lifting, to carry them from one place to another. And those that are in bed now, you have to help them to shift them or to turn them in any how that you want to place them. We call it in Netherlands verplaatsen.
Yeah.
So you are taking them from one area of the room or one area of the bed to another.
Yes.
Then you also in the Verzorgend house, you also help them with what they call cathedra. Some of them, they have this sack where they are urining inside the sack. So for example, we will help them to take those sacks out and to bring a new one. And those catheter, you have it for women,
Yeah.
you also have it for men
Okay.
as well, And some of them also have what they call a stomach, we change the stomach, like those who have operations, for
Yeah.
example, and they have some
Bandages.
here. You have to change it, and you have to deal also with some minor wounds, like
Okay.
like bruises, like sprain, like swellings,
Yeah.
like those kind of things.
Wow,
So when you go to
a
Feshok,
lot.
then you have to deal with
Just like that.
more other things.
Okay. Now, so what is it really that you believe that we ought to know about care for the old age? What's really on your heart you feel you want to share with our listeners this morning about care for the elderly and how everyone must see him or herself and prepare for that stage of our lives?
Well, I'm very glad to stand here to share these ideas, what I've studied so far in the Netherlands, and then combine it with my origin, where I'm coming from, and my society also where I live. That is good that we get some awareness, because I see that when you are younger, between your let me say 0 age to like 18 years,
Yeah.
you are a very active person.
Yeah.
For example, if you are at that age, you eat maybe less than 2 hours or 3 hours, you've already digested. You don't have digestion problems.
Yes.
And also, when you are at that age, your metabolism, it sometimes you have some sicknesses whereby they will heal by themselves. You need not take a lot of medication when you are at that stage, because your system is working very well. Yes, you are in an active stage of your life, for example. But when you come from between the 18 years now, when you are from you're getting to adolescent now, till the mature age of about 40 years, now you are in an active stage of your life. You are busy maybe with your work, or you're busy with getting a career, or you're busy with other things moving forward in your life, that you seems to don't see anything wrong, like health-wise, that okay, I have to even take care of myself because everything is going well with you. You are at that working stage now. You are moving on with things. But from 40, between 40 to 65, but start say 40 to 50, things start to slow down. Your metabolism start to slow down immediately, but it slow down at a very slow stage that sometimes you don't realize it, but it's your inner health is going down. Things are not going forward now, but they are going backward. We call it actor out. Actor out.
Yes.
That means it's falling back.
Backwards,
Yes, it's going backward, but you don't realize it. But what I want our listeners to know is that there must be an awareness of yourself, that I am not getting younger. I am now getting older.
Yes.
And as such, my thinking of my health have to change. My attitude of my health have to change. And when I talk about the attitude, it means that you have to start to have an attitude that I want to live healthy. I want to prepare myself that if I get older, what kind of body do I want to get older into? In the Dutch, they say that op welke lichaam wil je oud worden? Wil je een ziekte lichaam of een gezonde lichaam?
Yes.
Because some people, when like we are walking...
Interpret that for listeners who may not understand.
Okay, the sick lichaam means, do you want to get old in a sick body,
yes,
or do you want to get old in a healthy body?
Yeah.
That is a choice that sometimes we can make for ourselves.
Okay.
For sickness, some sickness can come that you have, maybe you cannot help yourself, but there's also a chance that you can make a choice to live healthy. You know, so that's when I talk of attitude. So if you have that attitude and that thinking, right, that at this stage of my life, I don't have to eat any kind of food. I don't have to do any kind of thing. I don't have to, you know, take some kind of strenuous sport because I'm not getting younger now. I don't have to, you know, just think for myself, okay, well, I see food, but I don't want to eat or whatever it is. You have to think that now I have to. And you have to think also that you have to start associating yourself with healthy people, healthy thinkers. Because the group also that you associate yourself matters. If you're associating only with people who think, okay, it doesn't matter, whatever you eat, food is food.
Yeah.
If it goes to your stomach, that's what is important. You have cured the hunger that you had. That's all. Some people think like that, and that's very bad.
Yes.
Because at some certain stage, not every food is healthy for you. Even though it's food, yes, it can put aside your hunger and your thirst, but it can be very dangerous to your health. So when I talk of that, then I come now to, then what are the eating habits? You have to get an attitude that when you are surrounded, you see the food. When you see the food, you must have that appetite that this is what I want to take. This is what I cannot take.
Yes.
For example, if you go to parties, you have to choose, and what time also it is in the party. You can make a choice that as it's getting too late, I don't have to start to eat maybe heavy calories food.
Yes.
For example,
Yes.
You discipline yourself that I'll take a little bit of salad and a glass of juice or water or whatever it is, But if it's maybe during the day or in the midday, then you can say, okay, I can have maybe a little bit of rice and some chicken or meat, whatever it is.
Yes.
You blend it to have a balanced diet. And your eating habit also, you have to start to think that because you are getting older now, your metabolism is not stronger anymore. It's slowing down. The digestive system also is not very strong. So if you eat certain food, it will take longer to digest. And oily food also will take longer also to digest. And you want to also not have things like constipation or some people, they don't go to the toilet very easily, or the urination. Those are the things we have to be thinking about. You have to be conscious also. Yeah.
Thank
Wow.
you very much. You've spoken quite well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, what about if you look at our race, people from our sort of background, from Africa, migrants in general, are we aware of these things?
No.
Compared with, let's say, the Westerners, where we live now, how do you look at it? Are we aware of these changes in our old age?
No.
Are we very much aware of it?
No.
What have you found? Tell us.
With the Westerners, the Europeans, they are very, very conscious when they are getting older. They start to prepare themselves for this old age. They start by taking a lot of extra vitamins to keep them fit. They start by thinking of the common things like even the kind of shoes for women, for example, the kind of shoes they'll be wearing. So they don't go too much on high heels, except they are very used to and they can go along with it. But when they're getting older, they start to think that they cannot stand anymore on very high heels. They start to go to all those, they have some special kinds of soft and medicated shoes, especially for elderly people, men and women alike. Yeah. And when Europeans, when they are getting older also, they for example, the women, in the side of the women who have menopause, they start to look at those small abnormalities that come with women who are getting into menopause. So they go to their GP or their house ad to try to make sure that they give them some vitamins that will suppress all those complaints and they call them clutter for getting into menopause. Then they also eat very healthily, and they make sure that they choose what they eat as they're getting older, and they eat very little, and they don't eat maybe very late in the night, and they are very conscious of their what they drink, also what they drink. So they make sure that they drink enough liquid, and they watch their weight as well.
Yes.
But with the migrants, we when we are getting older, sometimes with some of us, we don't even realize it. We are just moving. We are just moving.
Busy.
We're just busy with life. Yeah, we're just busy with life. You know, and before you know it, we are into a lot of sicknesses, a lot of problems. Suddenly, the sickness will just come. Suddenly, the complaint will just come heavily on us. And the women, for that matter, when you see them, they are finding themselves everywhere because of the menopause. And I don't see it with the white people.
Yes.
You don't even realize that the women are going through it. But our women, you can tell, wherever they are finding themselves, they are giving a lot of complaint, and they have, they say they have stress, they have also an attitude, and that attitude comes because of the hormones as well. But there's a way to suppress it. There's a way to suppress. You cannot cure it, but there's a way to suppress it, to make those abnormalities, you know, go
manageable.
Manageable.
Yeah.
So much that sometimes if you see them, they can throw that attitude on their children, their husband, everywhere, because when you want to say, they say it's menopause. You know,
really,
there's a way out for
you.
it. And you also, we are not conscious, so you cannot put a standard on yourself by saying, oh, what is the color, for example, of the urine, that I urine? If I see that there's something abnormal in the urine, the color of my urine, let me go to the house to give a complaint. They just go about it because they don't even know that the urine, what you send out, you must pay attention to it.
Right, to look at it.
Yes.
Good morning.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, Irama, go ahead. How are you, by the way?
Fine, thank you.
Okay.
We are not aware of this, and all of a sudden, things start happening.
Yeah.
It is so interesting because we are not aware. We are just busy, we are just like that, you know. And when these challenges start coming, sometimes we think that it is someone
the witches
are taking sleep from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes just lack of knowledge because we are not aware, we don't prepare ourselves or this thing. When things start happening, we see that with someone at the corner there, doing that. So I tell the sister, and I also suggest that this things also must be in our the churches. We need to be educated on this thing so that we'll be aware. You see, if we have education about this, it will help us.
Yes.
So I think in the churches, we need to be educated because it is not everything that Holy Spirit will tell us. You know, these days
we need common sense.
We need to organize ourselves to be educated with this so that we'll be aware that we also can pass on to others.
Yes, thank you very much. That's a very good point. Thank you. Now, whilst we were speaking, I realized that, and that's the problem I've come to realize myself also lately. You know, like because of the weather here, they will compare with back home. Like you talk about when we eat food, how it digests. It digests when you're younger, you're active. When you're older, then it's much more slower. Now here, in this part of the world as well, the weather affects us. In Africa, you sweat a lot. So some of the things because you're in the heat, you're walking about a lot. So, you know, you find out that the digestion goes much more easy and quicker. Whereas here we sit indoors a lot because when it's cold, people don't stay out much. You only have to go out when you need to. But you stay inside a lot. You sit a lot. When you go out, you come in, you sit down, you take a remote control, you're watching television. So we are indoors a lot and not too active.
Yeah.
So the change of lifestyle, all those things combined together, like you said, I agree with you, it compounds suddenly, then people get into health problems.
Yeah.
All of a sudden they have complications, they didn't know where it came from.
Yeah.
And then like the caller said, we begin to, if we're very superstitious, it's witchcraft. And my auntie there, my grandmother there, my father there, which really may not be the case.
Yeah.
It's all because we have not really taken care to know or to understand some of the things that are changing in us. We are so caught up with survival, having to live and make money, that we don't watch what is really happening. Can you imagine this is the 4th month of the year, already 4 months have almost gone. You see, that's how time runs with us every year. And before we know, suddenly we run into problems whereby our health deteriorates.
God
and
Almighty.
things just go bad. So I think it's a very important subject to talk about.
Yes.
You know, how to prepare for one's old age, especially in this part of the world.
Yeah.
You know, we're not born here. Even when we came here as a young person, still there's going to be a big difference in your genetic makeup.
Yeah.
You know, because you have a different color structure, maybe body makeup, and so the weather will treat you differently, and so we must respond with our lifestyle. So I think it's very much for that point. Now, now what have you come to realize regarding how, let's say, the Westerners, the Europeans, deal with preparing, the people for the old age? And what have you learned from that
Yes.
which you think we can also learn and teach ourselves? Since we are not living here, so we can get adjusted and not run into these kind of problems that we see often happen to our people. In fact,
We don't even have
recently
it.
so many people have died and you wonder what's going on.
And we don't even have medical places where they prepare people for old age. We don't have those things
I
in
want
Africa.
you to tell us, what is the system here like? Because when you come to a foreign country, first of all, you are coming as an adult, maybe 29, 30 or more years, you are coming in, and then you're not coming to learn how to become a part of the system, how to know how things function. All these things take time to know. In the meantime, your primary focus is how to survive. Before you know, many things you have to know you don't really know. And things which are supposed not to go wrong begin to go wrong. So what have you learned about the way the system functions here, the way Europeans raise up their own, which we must learn and also teach ourselves and our children?
Europeans, like I said, when they are getting older, when they are about 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 going, they start to get the consciousness first that they are not getting younger. Because at that stage, for example, the most commonest thing that they do is that for we the women, they will send you a letter when you have that
Yes.
at home, that you come for
And
certain
control.
kinds of control. There's the sperm control, that they will send you a letter that you come to check for they call it Bermuda canker or for bush canker, of all those things. But most of us, they throw the letter away.
It's true.
They don't go to that appointment, for example.
Yes.
But then something can be going wrong with you. You don't know. You think that it's not important. But their system, they respect that letter. They go for that control at that age of about 40, 41, 42. And they give it maybe like 5 years more again. They call you again for more control. So they systematically have a plan to look at your the Gerson 2 stand. How your health is sitting inside if you are a woman. For men also, they go for prostate control as well. But I think men go later. So those things, when they write those letters, we Africans, we don't have to throw them. We have to go for it.
I'm telling you. Hey.
We Africans, we have to go for that control. It doesn't cost anything.
So you are saying that when they send a letter for your control, understood, for your womb and those things. Breast, all those controls. Don't throw it away. You need to. It's for your own good. It's for free also.
It's free. You just have to take it back to your house and they just take the specimen. A few days later, they send you the result. And if there's something wrong, because you can be walking like this, inside you are unhealthy, but outside you look very healthy.
Jesus.
You know, so you don't want to wait when everything has gone bad. Then you start to say this and that and this, or they didn't take good care of me. So you go just to know, and the earlier you know that there's something wrong, the better they can cure you. Because if you leave it too long, there's a way that when it becomes, they call it chronic sickness. They don't have a cure for those ones now. They manage you that time. They you just be living with the sickness. They'll just get way to manage you. You know, because they say the chronic sickness is sick that is you get knees in it. It's only how to manage them. Then now you fall inside maybe this care, you fall inside care. For example, if you are not unable now to help yourself, then they will come to start to bath you and all those things. you know. But the Europeans, like the question you asked, they start to take care that, for example, you're drinking, you must know that every day you must drink at least 2 liters of water, for example. You discipline yourself. We don't drink water. It's difficult for Africans to drink water. But you see the European, they don't carry those water for nothing. They don't carry it for show purpose. Everywhere they are, they're having the water. If it's finished, they go and fill it up. They have a special bottle. So when you are also growing older, you have to be so that your system, the water goes out,
to clean you.
Cleans you out. You have to also think of they have small other things like non-medication things that helps them, like tea, special kind of tea. That is why we talk of wellness. Wellness does not mean that I'm healed in my body or I'm not sick. I don't have any sick. Wellness means that you are taking care of all other kinds of small other things that just prevent you from getting really sick. So there are other small things. Like for example, taking those small teas to toxic out yourself, for example. You know, you have green tea out there. You have other kinds of, if you go to the shops, a toast, you go to Kruidvat, you go to town shops, you will see them. They are they don't have this thing, kind of, what should I call it? They are just natural. They are made from natural things, so to say.
Yes.
So they don't have any side effects. So you can take all those teas like chamomile, green tea. They are all very good. Chamomile will help you to relax your nerves, and the chamomile will also help you your digestive system. Also, the old people take it a lot. But you start not to take it only when you are old, like 65 or 50. You start from 45 going. No, you start to prepare that your system is used to. And if you drink, you have to know that if I will go to urinate, for example, 5 times per day, it has to be as proportion to what I drink. If you start to see that you are going to urinating more than the liquid you are drinking, then there's a problem. Because your drinking and your sending out must be proportionate. They study that, they call it forked balance. So your forked in liquid have to be balanced. The tea you drink is forked. They count it also. Your coffee, all those things, your juice, then plus natural water, you can compress it all, say for yourself, I've drank 2 liters per day. Then you know that you are health conscious, you know, for example. And if also you want to eat, you start to think of eating more raw first. Raw first is vegetables. A lot of vegetables when you go older, because your digestion now is not very strong like before. So you need that you eat those vegetables. Those people say meer groente eten and fruit eten, so that it softens your bowels, so that you don't have constipation, and that constipation sometimes it leads to other illnesses. So when it becomes chronic, you know. So you eat a lot of fruit, but we Africans, we don't eat fruit. We think that fruit is a waste of money as well.
No.
If you go to our houses, some people put their fruit in the table for decoration. It can stay there, I don't know. But we have to eat it, and you don't have to eat only a particular kind of food. Mix it up. Mix it up. There are different kinds of fruits to eat. And if you see that you are having, like some people having naturally, that they say they don't go to send out to the toilet every day. Okay, you said because of the system here, the cold, we are sitting down. Then you have to eat things like they call it dry fruits. They are dry. They call it resin. Resins. They are very good to help your digestion go very easy, and you go to toilet also very good. And if maybe sometimes you have not been to the toilet for some days, you feel stomach pain, just find some of those fruit, the dry ones, and just eat. It will help them also to go very fast. But that consciousness must be there in their head. And you talk of something also about that, because we are sitting here. We have come to the European land. What the Europeans, what they do to prepare themselves, they also go to a lot of activities. This is their land.
Yes.
They go to activities.
Speak, baby girl. God bless you. Hey.
Hello, good morning. Morning, Uncle Bobo.
Yes.
I think we'll consider that it's a good one.
Yes, exactly.
I'll do that. That's very good.
Thank you,
very
sir.
much.
Hey.
Yeah. I've just been frozen a little bit.
You're coming to
by
focus,
what
you
you're
see?
By all that you're saying. It's so true, it's so
Too
real.
true.
It's so, and I'm just having a flashback of everything, But really, most of us don't have time to think about it. You're making a point that we said
Very big.
this is their land where we are now.
Hey, they go.
And they have what
activities.
They have activities.
They have activities. So
Yeah.
if you, even though we are here, we are busy with work and trying to earn a living,
Yes.
we should make time to exercise. We should make time to exercise. Those of us who can ride the bicycle, because many women are in the South Coast, they have trained a lot of women to know how to ride the bicycle. Myself, I ride a fit also a lot. So when the weather is getting better, you start to fit. Take your feet, go around, It helps the bowel system. It helps you to exercise, And if you cannot do that, if you can buy a machine, the one that you can use, that is you can easily go on it in your house.
Yes.
Every day, just get into it. If you are somebody who is living in a house where you have, for example, steps and you have a lift, sometimes choose to take the steps. Just going up with that steps and coming down, you feel tired, you feel, oh my God, these steps, but just do it that I want to be health conscious. I want to do a little bit. For me, it's a kind of exercise. Some people also, they group themselves, they try to go around, they run, they do training in the morning. It's also good. So anyhow that you want to make, give yourself exercise training, those people call it activiteit, training, and better bewegen, you must do that. Don't sit always. Even those women who are sitting at home, some of them are women who have had children, or some of them say that for certain reason they are not working, they are jobless at home. Those people also, they have to leave home after you sit for a while, leave home, go outside, take a walk, take a long walk.
Okay, let me just, most of us from, let's say, Africa, West Africa for that matter, most of us, we have a lifestyle. We have work, church, and home.
Jesus.
These are three main things we do.
Yes.
We don't belong to clubs.
No more.
Whereby we go play football or do squash or
Dance and
golf
even.
or even dance.
Yes.
Those extracurricular activities, which sometimes even bring refreshment to your mind. It's not part of our program.
No.
It's so bad that I think
Jesus.
something needs to be done to
Help
kind of
me,
reprogram our way of looking at life.
Yes.
So much so that we break out of this triangle.
Yeah.
Church, homework.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that the kind of recreation which actually revives and makes us look younger and healthier.
Yeah.
Maybe something the way you think can affect your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you are stressed up, you go to work, you are stressed, you come home, you are stressed because there are bills and things you have to take care of.
Yeah.
The next morning you wake up, you go again, you go to church, okay,
Oh.
2 hours, you sing, jump, okay, after that you're rushing home.
To eat late food.
Yes. So something has got to change to break this
Jesus.
cycle so that people can be a bit more, let's say,
Relaxed.
balanced.
Social life.
Now, I was going to ask you a question. I think at times we really
Hey.
so fast. But look, we have the older generation
Yeah.
of African migrants. Let me take this
Talk.
call. Hello, good morning.
Some people think that they have a job, a heavy job, and maybe like every day they go for work. So it's like they don't need any extra exercise.
Yeah.
They do that because they are working. They go to work every day, their work is heavy.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that one is enough.
That's what they
So
say.
they come home late, they eat, I'm tired, they eat and
Sleep.
And you know that,
Hey.
you know that, tomorrow I'll be going to work. So
Save.
it's part of exercise. I want to know that
Save us.
if you are working and you use the work as exercise, is it okay for the body?
Good question.
And number two,
Yeah.
one problem also is that we the Africans, it's like as you are saying, when church home, and it's like we go to the church activity. Sometimes it's so much that okay, you from work, you eat, or maybe
Yes.
And you come home late. This was that they finish the program 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So people live far.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's late.
It's late. And
Hey.
because it's late and it's so chilly and we don't control our body.
Yeah.
We Africa don't control, so you can't. So it's
Jesus.
so you need to
How can we balance it? Yes.
we are not used to that, so it's late. I will drink tea. Then we come home and eat. So
When they go late, they frown at them.
so that we let's see how we can make it also that people who go from work and they come to their activities
They can eat food there.
from work to the church, and before they come home it's late, and then they have to eat a heavy food. And
Oh,
let's see how also will help this situation. Thank you.
Jesus. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
You know, a time is coming when we have to look at
Hey.
at the broader
What we are
context of
offering.
our lifestyle, and see how to make some changes. You know, it's not like we don't have to sit in church 3 hours to know that we have worshipped God, or sit in church for 2 hours or 1 hour. You know, there's a way things can be done so that our lives are really, balanced, so to speak.
Hey.
You see, so I think there's a need for
Jesus.
some thinking to be done about
Help
this. How to
me.
redesign some of the things we do, so that everything has its place. You know, for example, I don't have anything against. I mean, a Pentecostal this while we praise God for 2-3 hours. It's okay. But in
2,
some
3,
of the
7
some of the other church, some of the let's say
hours.
the European, Western churches, when I think they have services for pretty much brief periods, longer, shorter periods, maybe 1.5 or 2 hours.
7 hours.
And we have to look at this thing which we do, whereby we end up closing late, and people have to go home and eat late, and we have to bring some education about these things so that the people can this lifestyle. It is. No, really, we have to let some wisdom now come into how we are living our lives. We as pastors and leaders, community leaders, we have to really put some emphasis on these things and readdress these areas so that things can go better.
Hey, or to provide food when there is conferences, to provide food out there.
If we are, let's say we're having a conference and we're going to close, we tell the people, listen, please, for the sake of your health, those of you who are 50 plus, 40 plus, for the sake of your health, please don't go eat anything heavy. We should be sounding this kind of messages to our people.
Yeah.
Please mind your health.
What you
don't go
eat.
eat anything heavy. Do your best. Eat something light, some snacks. Drink. Then before you go to bed, don't go eat something heavy because of your health. Things like this can go a long way.
Exactly.
To help ourselves. Anyway, you want to ask something because
Yes.
there's so much more.
There's so much. It's a broad topic.
It's a very broad topic.
I'll say there's a lot of feedback that has come, and we are hearing about a lack of knowledge, and even the word of God tells us that the lack of knowledge will make us perish.
Yes.
And it talks. There's another word of God that says that we should transform our mind, transform our mind,
Yes.
conform.
Sure, yes.
So this transformation, we have to do it so that our mind should conform with the society where we are living.
Hey.
That way, in the society where we are living, and be health conscious.
Yeah.
Transform the mind now in the society that we are living to be health conscious like the people where we are. And if we do that in the natural, it will help us a lot. If, for example, you come home very late and you are very conscious that I don't have to put a bowl of big fufu or something, then you eat something like bread, or you take tea, or you eat vegetable or something very light.
Salad or something.
Because you know that at this age, I'm 50 years old, I don't want to go now eating fufu at this time. Because maybe some of the people, because they don't even control their head, they are having other issues like sugar in their blood. They don't even know. So heavily eating at that time can impact your health, and a lot of other complications can come up.
Let me just, I'm going to just, because of time, just one minute answer this question. Now we have the older generation and the newer generation coming up. Now I don't know, maybe the younger generation, they are going to be aware of these things, or they're going to be more careful. But I'm just thinking, between the old and new generation, do you think that we are really making sure that our children don't learn in the same problems that we, the older generation, are facing right now, as well as health and lifestyle issues are concerned? Just answer in 1 minute.
Yes, we are making progress to that area because the younger generation themselves, because they are being taught in school,
Yes.
they are being taught in the society where they live,
Yeah.
they are conscious of that they don't eat anyhow. They choose what they eat and they drink a lot of fluid and they are exercising because the society is taking this as a duty
Yes.
to make sure that
To
children
exercise.
exercise in all kinds of level. So if the older ones, they cannot go and enroll now in the dance classes, the younger ones are enrolled in dance lessons, they are enrolled in gym, they are doing judo, they are doing all kinds of things that enhance them to, whilst they are eating, they are training to burn the fat also out, you know. So the older ones, that's where we have problem because we have to change our mind. But the younger ones, they are not much of
the problem.
No, because they are already being taught these things in the society as they are growing up.
Thank you, Sister Bridget. You've done very, very well. The Lord bless you. And I'm sure we're going to have a look for a way to take this message further. God bless you richly. Listeners,
Thank you very much.
yes.